fallen Iowa hero comes home to rest in Council Bluffs. Omaha Police officer Kerrie Orozco, killed in the line of duty, is laid to rest at St. Joseph Cemetery. Thousands lined the streets of Council Bluffs to show their respects and are proud to support Blue, a beloved officer who gave her time to the youth of the community as a baseball coach.
Working as a team and getting on the field, doing everything together, that builds a sense of purpose that a lot of gang members don't have, and it builds that background support system that they need to continue on doing good things.
Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Law enforcement from all over the country turned out to pay a final tribute for Officer Kerrie Orozco at her funeral, procession, and burial Tuesday afternoon. This is video from Able One's helicopter. The funeral procession, 7 miles long. 29-year-old Officer Orozco grew up in nearby Walnut, Iowa. She spent the last 7 years working as an Omaha police officer, most recently as a member of the gang unit. Wednesday, May 20th, a wanted felon gunned down Officer Orozco as police served an arrest warrant in North Omaha. Another officer shot and killed the suspect, wanted for a September shooting. Orozco died the day before she was to go on maternity leave and take home her daughter Olivia, born prematurely in February. The support from the Council Bluffs community has been overwhelming in what residents call Operation Support Blue. We begin our coverage with IWTV student McKenna Durbin outside Thomas Jefferson High School.
To honor and to commemorate. Students from Thomas Jefferson High School, located directly on the funeral procession route, line West Broadway to stand in distinction of fellow neighbor, Council Bluffs resident, and Omaha police officer Kerrie Orozco.
The honor and respect that was shown today was amazing to me.
It's a lesson Thomas Jefferson students could only learn outside of the classroom.
I think it's important that people understand that people that perform those duties put their life on the line every day, and that we need to have a great deal of respect for what they do.
Car after car passing from cities and counties far away, every student stood for the 7-mile-long procession.
We saw at least 10 different states represented, and probably almost all the departments in the state of Iowa and Nebraska were present here today, and I think that spoke volumes.
Something else that spoke volumes: how quiet and respectful the students were when the hearse carrying Officer Orozco passed by them and their school.
I'm very proud of our students and the community that were out here today lining the streets and standing for the long procession. Very proud.
They were respectful. You could hear a pin drop as the procession went by.
This is a school day Thomas Jefferson students will never forget. For CBTV 17, I'm McKenna Durbin.
The honor flag, which flew over Ground Zero in New York and has since traveled millions of miles to honor other fallen police officers, firefighters, and soldiers, is part of the tribute to Officer Orozco. It was placed near her casket. IWTV student Cole McAfee has more on the support and her burial at St. Joseph Cemetery.
A day full of sorrow brings a community together to support a family in mourning. They're gathering at St. Joseph Cemetery to say goodbye to Omaha Police officer Kerrie Orozco, a youth baseball coach, a leader, a family member, and a mother. This is her final resting place.
She did so many great things for the community. I mean, who knows how many kids' lives that she has changed because of everything that she had done.
Many people wanted to make sure they could pay their last respects and got into place hours before outside on the streets at 9 a.m. getting ready to honor Officer Orozco.
Regardless of, what people go through every day, that they can still show support to law enforcement. And I plan to go into it, so it shows that even someday later when I'm doing this, I might receive support myself, and it's encouraging.
Also in attendance, the Freedom Riders, a vast army of motorcycles lining the hill that leads up to the cemetery.
We're just here to show her our respect, and along with the entire community of Council Bluffs and Omaha and all the surrounding areas, we're here just to show that she meant something to us and to this community. She was a great part of it. She demonstrated a lot of commitment to the children in Omaha, as well as her fellow officers.
Among the many spectators on the streets, a Little League team, families, and local businesses who showed support for Officer Orozco. Finally, the slow-moving procession makes it to St. Joseph Cemetery, with thousands of community members from Council Bluffs, Omaha, and police and firefighters from all over the nation to pay tribute to a fallen hero. Officer Orozco was laid to rest, but the people she has touched through the uncountable acts of services she has done will live on.
5 Delta 17 has answered her final call. Officer Kerrie Orozco entered into final rest on May 20th, 2015. And your soul rest in eternal peace.
That was Cole McAfee reporting. Iowa Governor Terry Branstad was among the dignitaries and thousands of mourners attending Officer Orozco's funeral at St. John's Church on the campus of Creighton University in Omaha.